Now watch as I use the capital T to write the word Tuesday. I would like for you to write the word Tuesday. Ready?
Shira and I want to talk to you about something that's very personal. Your body.
The morning stream. What do you say? We get nipple to nipple.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to TMS for Monday, January 13th, 2025. It is a beautiful Monday here in Salt Lake City. How is it in Denver, Brian Ibbett?
Beautiful here, too. Just traces of snow on the ground from the snow we had last week. It's almost all gone, and it'll be gone by tomorrow because we got some 40-something degree weather again.
Oh, my gosh. And your mountains are looking good, though, right? Ours are.
We got mountains are beautifully covered with snow, and people are going up skiing. The good news is they're getting dumped on up there, which is exactly what you want.
You want that. 100% you want that, because that means we'll have our water. That means Arizona will be able to buy some of our water, and California can buy some of our water.
Yeah.
All right.
I wish we could send all of it right now to California. I wish.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. And it's still, I don't think they're out of the woods. There's still like crazy wind stuff happening, or like something's supposed to pick up today or tomorrow or something. And like all those conditions are like the worst case scenario again.
Yeah.
I don't know what will burn this time, but geez, you guys, what a mess.
Jason Inman, Ashley Robinson doing okay. Been keeping up with them and making sure that they're all right.
Yep.
We've got a lot of friends who are inland, fortunately, that further inland and away from the Altadena and Palisades area. But I'm keeping an eye too on my aunt and uncle and my cousin out there in Simi Valley and Moore Park, because they're close. So.
Yeah, I check in on Liam O'Brien every day. He is in more of the concrete jungle part of LA, like less
like LA proper, like Los Angeles, near closer to downtown.
Yeah, more city. So you have less chance of, embers are still a problem, but it's not, forested and canyons and all that. So he's doing okay. But there was a couple of nights there where he was like up all night, had alarms going off every 30 minutes, get up, check the evacuation stuff, all that. It's just, man, I can't even imagine.
Jeez.
Actually, I kind of can, but it only happened to me once, and it was one night. It just happened to be the night before Nerdtacular in 2012, when the fire on the other side of the hill was threatening to come right over and mow us all over. The night before Nerdtacular, I got a truck full of Blizzard swag in my driveway, like a half semi, full of swag. I got 2 Europeans in the house, and we're all supposed to go up to Snowbird the next morning, or no, Noah's. And the whole thing's threatening to just wipe us out. And it was awful, but it went away. And that's the only time I've had to deal with it. That was nothing compared to this.
Yeah, nothing compared to this. We were on the pre-evacuation list, which basically means keep an eye on your TV, but no reason to put stuff in your car. Back when we had the New Year's Eve Marshall fire back in 2020, 2019, 2021, whenever it was.
Has it been that long? Jeez.
Yeah.
Also, that feels like short, so I don't know why I said long.
I know. It's short enough that if I have to drive through that area, I still see houses that have not been rebuilt, and some that are in the process of being rebuilt. There was a long time that insurance was not doing anything for those people.
You know who believes in climate change? Insurance companies.
Yeah.
They have no problem with it.
Yeah, it's like, yep, it's real.
Yeah, it's real, and we're going to limit your coverage because of it, so good luck.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. The hardest part, I was talking to my son-in-law because he's in insurance, and he said he's been swamped even here because there's all kinds of policy work that has to be done all over the country for people in California. Or anytime anybody has a disaster, it always affects everybody in the business. But he said, how did he put it? He said, when it's this bad this quickly, getting permits for the evaluation, getting the evaluations and getting permits for rebuilding, like all this sort of stuff it already takes forever if it's an isolated incident. But when it's an entire swath of a major American city and they're all making claims at the same time, they're not prepared. They don't have the infrastructure for this.
No, and this is the time that you need quick response and quick action and Yeah, that is the toughest part of all this.
Not going to happen. Not quickly, anyway. All right, let's get to some things. I went to a comedy club.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I want to hear about this.
Yeah, I went on Friday. Wait, what day was it? Saturday I went. No, Friday. Sorry, Friday, because I had to cancel Raid.
Oh, Friday.
To go to it. Raid still happened. I just wasn't there. I canceled my appearance at Raid. So we go to this comedy club. It is Wise Guys here in South Jordan, and it's there's a chain of these, but they're Utah only. There's like 5 of them or something like that. Salt Lake, West Jordan. I think there may be one down south, and then I don't know where the other one is. Ogden might be the original one. Anyway, nice little clubs. Lots of big name comedians have been there. You walk in, and there's just poster after poster of their. There's Bill Burr, and there's Gaffigan, and there's Seinfeld, and there's all these guys. Everybody's been there. So they have a good rep, and a lot of comedians like to come through here. And the guy that came through is this dude. I'll put a picture up. If I can find it, here it is. His name is John Marco Ciceri, I think is how you say his name. Okay. He's very popular on YouTube and TikTok and has a huge following. He's originally from New York. He lives in LA now, although he just moved to LA. Anyway, very funny dude. Don't take the kids. Pretty raunchy, but funny. We liked him. However, a couple of things at this show. All right.
Okay.
The opener was fine. He was okay. He was from Atlanta, and he kind of made us laugh, but he was also kind of, I don't know. You could tell he was a greenie. He hadn't been doing it very long. Whatever, it's fine. Everyone gets their start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is the stage. You got a big W there for Wise Guys, and there's the stool and everything. This is us just waiting. Now, what you don't see is a little bit further in the distance there is this couple. I'll zoom in here. A little pinch and zoom.
Okay, little pinchy zooming.
It's a little Sega Genesis looking here with the pixelation.
That looks like, is that Dana Plato from Night?
Yeah, you definitely get that vibe, right?
Night Trap.
Now, here's what's weird is, so this couple, I didn't notice them before, but it was after and during that they really stuck out. So they are right up on the stage on, I guess it would be stage left to the comedian. And they're right there. And pre-show, they were like this. She's smiling, and he's fine, and they're getting kind of cuddly, and it's fine. They're just a cute little couple doing a little date or whatever. Okay, no big deal. Not even thinking about these people. This is the only smile she cracked in 2 hours.
Really? And that was before anybody. That was when the stage was empty.
That's before anyone was even up there. She made no smile. That guy sitting next to her never smiled. He kind of just has the face he has now. Just it was really weird. And
the number one rule of comedy clubs is if you're there live, you amplify. If you're having minor laughter reactions to it, you don't keep your laughter inside, because it's like they feed off of your energy, and the last thing you want to do is they make them feel self-conscious up there. You and I've been on stage. We know you feed off the audience's energy, and if they sit there silently scowling or just plain-faced, you get nothing.
Yeah.
And it's so what's the word? It is draining.
And she stared, by the way, at him the whole time, the whole act.
Yeah,
never cracked a smile,
laugh or anything.
And she's got lights like right on her, so she's very visible to anybody in the room.
It's hard not to see her. Yeah, exactly.
And the comedian, is getting huge laughs out of the audience. No problem. Good. The whole place is uproarious. I'm busting a gut. It's genuinely funny. He's funny. And obviously on the rise, he's doing real good, and getting big venues and doing great. It's just that for some reason these two would not make a peep. And then they bring nachos around because you can order food and drinks and stuff in there.
Sure. And they probably require it, right? Like, we have a 2-drink minimum, but if you don't drink, you got to buy nachos.
Oh, good question. I just ordered a Coke Zero and some nachos, and those nachos were fantastic.
Comedy Works here says, you get free admission, but it's a 2-drink minimum. And
oh, yeah, they never made me. I don't know. I didn't ask though, and so who knows? But anyway, so everybody we were there with got stuff. We got nachos. I don't know if it's a good idea to eat nachos at 10:30 at night, but we did.
Oh, my trainer, Coach Regina, would not recommend that.
Not a good time of day to be eating anything, really. But they were very good for like comedy club nachos. I was actually impressed. They were good.
Yeah.
But we're having a great time, and they're over there getting the nachos, and this is the only time I see her change her face. She takes a chip full of goo, right, and just goes, and keeps her eyes on the guy, and goes like that. Puts it in her mouth.
Okay.
And then never takes the eye back. Then when she's done, she always did this with her hands.
For the audio listeners, by the way, Scott is maintaining an unblinking look while he turns his head and opens his mouth to insert a chip.
Yeah, like a whole wide maw kind of bite, like with her eyes like that. And then she always did this with her fingers after. She'd do like this.
Yeah, to get the salt.
But she'd hold them up doing like this. She'd go like this.
She would just do that down.
Yeah.
Like you have a napkin in your lap. You maybe do it over the napkin if you don't want to keep wiping your hands in the napkin. You just kind of brush them in the napkin.
And then she'd do this thing where she'd grab her two. She'd be done with that, and she'd grab her two hair drop things. And go like this. Do this twice, and then sit there and stare at the guy for a minute, and then after about a minute, grab another huge chip full of stuff and go. And do the whole thing again.
And repeat the whole thing over again.
So she distracted the hell out of me, even though I'm getting most of the show, but every once in a while it was impossible for me to not notice her and the fact that they didn't make a peep. Here's the weird thing. At the end when they're doing the merch tables and the whole like he's over there and they can all talk to him and stuff, she's one of the first ones over there.
Okay. Maybe there's some connection. Maybe she has some connection to him, like she's a family member or something. So that's why she's in the front. Although you think family member, cheer him on, give him something to work with, some feedback.
Mm-hmm. And they're the only. He does a little crowd work, and we were just one row behind front row, which I like because I don't want to be singled out. I hate it.
Yeah.
But other people are getting singled out all right in front of me, and then off to the side, and everybody except for her little thing. So it's entirely possible. You're right. It's entirely possible. She's like a friend, a family, a plant, something. I don't know. Yeah. But she weirded me out the entire time. But she's not the only one. Out waiting in line, it's like 20 degrees or less. It's like maybe 18 degrees out. It's cold, windy. We're about to get that snow that we got. And hadn't quite started yet. And this guy right here busted in front of me, total butt, like blind butt, in a T-shirt, eating the biggest hamburger I've ever seen anybody walk into a line with. This guy walked in with a gigantic burger, and within about 30 seconds had inhaled it.
He was having a 10 guys burger.
He really did. It took 10 men to carry it, hand it to him, and he just was like, nom, nom. I mean, you can see his hands blurry in this photo. Like, that's how fast he's eating it.
Oh, my gosh.
So that guy was funny, made me laugh, and he burped really loud. And then,
is there a guy in there wearing a green ice cream cone?
Let's see. Oh, zoom in a little. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, there was a cup. You can't see the others behind all this guy's hair, but he had 3 people with a little birthday hats. It was somebody's birthday.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Yeah, some birthday thing going on. They had cute little hats.
She's doing me.
And then there's another thing here. Where is it? If I can find it. Oh, here's me and Kim just hanging out.
Aww.
Yeah, it's kind of cute. She looks like the Dutch boy.
I like that your hair, you guys are both doing kind of the same thing with the hair now.
Yeah.
Like almost.
It's not even on purpose. It's just like.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it is. It's subliminal, though. We're just doing it.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was super fun.
The Dairy Queen twist, soft serve twist top twins or something.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because as matched as we were, as both a couple and hairdos, there was a moment where maybe she wanted to leave me, and I'll tell you what it was real quick.
Okay.
There was a server there, totally sweet lady, very very good at this job. Like it was a sold out crowd, so she was, running around getting all these orders, bringing drinks fast, and doing all the stuff you do. Just good wait staff. They were all awesome. She's black, and I didn't see her when she was near me. And at one point, I thought Kim said something to the effect of black. Oh no! I said to her. This is how it went. Sorry. I says to her. I said, "Man, I wish I had more black friends." And she goes, "You have lots of black fans." And she thought I said fans.
Fans instead of friends.
And I said, no, I want. And now I get louder. I go, there's music playing, right? It's kind of loud. And I go, no, I want more.
Music drops for a second between songs or something.
I said, I want more black friends. And right as I say it, her face goes kind of wider than it already is, because right next to me is this very nice server lady who's beautiful black lady walking past. And I just was like, Scott, come on, man. What are you doing? So she was annoyed.
It would have been great if she would have turned to you and said, I'm your friend.
Yeah.
It'll be $2.50. Here's your zip Coke Zero.
Yeah, and we did tip her really well. And later she when we had the nachos, I dumped a big load of it on my pants by accident. And she goes, and Kim goes, that's what you get, and elbowed me right in the middle of it. So it all worked out. Karma paid, karma spent.
It was pretty instant there.
Came right away.
Karma came back right away.
It was a good time though. We had a ball. I would recommend that club though. If you're in the area, you're anywhere in the South Jordan, West Jordan, kind of mid Salt Lake area, that club's very nice. And we had a great time. We're going to keep going. I guess not LeVar Burton. Patrick Warburton.
Okay.
Was there Wednesday. We tried to get tickets. It was sold out.
Welcome to Reading Rainbow.
Oh.
Hey, kids.
I would watch that.
Kids.
Hey, kids.
Hey, kids.
Hey.
Yeah, for Reading Rainbow.
Gather around
Grab
for a
yourself a
book.
mouthful of the Denver.
I'm going to read a book. I don't know what his stand-up's like, but we were real curious about that. And it wasn't that expensive. These are like $25 tickets. The food was cheap for what I'm used to. Like $12 for those nachos, and there was a huge thing of them. Like, I don't know. I just had a great time. I think we're going to go back more. Cool. Anyway, that all happened. Hey, we got a gamey question in our emails from Chris from Australia. He is Grave Fitness in Discord.
Little gamey.
Yeah, a little gamey. Hello, Sopapilla and Bria? Birria.
That's the slow cooked beef. It's been around for a long time, but boy, has it come into like popularity in the last 2 or 3 years. And now every place has, make sure you try our birria tacos and our, quesabirria, which is like a quesadilla with birria inside. And you know what? It's legit good. Like it is, if you can get a place that actually has it as a stew, like with the broth and because they basically cook it in a broth, and it makes it so tender and juicy and so freaking good.
It sounds really good. I've never had it.
It's so good. Yeah,
I'll try it. Anyway, he says, I have a hypothetical for you. Okay. If you could pick one food to eat and have the calories not count, birria. You already wrote the two things we want in our names.
Yeah, right there.
It says, but the calories wouldn't count. What would it be? And here are the rules. Number 1, it can't be a base ingredient, i.e. sugar, flour, etc. But it can be a base component, such as rice, pasta, or bread. It says 2, it can be a recipe or menu item, i.e. Big Mac or Kim's Jambalaya, whatever. 3, you absorb no nutrients, good or bad. Well, then how am I going to... I guess I get that from other stuff.
Yeah, so that means, you're not weighting your decision on like, I want something that's good protein or good energy or whatever.
Okay. Yeah. You still get full from the food, so you can't gorge endlessly. So I just can't keep going. If you pick rice and eat sushi for 3 square meals a day. So that's what he said he would do. He says, yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So he goes on to say, yeah, show's pretty good. Chris from Australia. So if you had to pick, Brian, what do you pick for your
sushi is a pretty is a really strong contender, because you give me the choice of like, hey Brian, what do you want to go eat? Sushi or steak are my 2 go-tos. I'm a very straightforward. It's meat and potatoes or
meat and sushi.
Or sushi.
Yeah,
meat and sushi, but not sushi and potatoes.
No,
makes sense.
Well, maybe. I mean, you could put like those. Yeah, somebody come up with something with potatoes, right? In a sushi dish of some kind.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, pickled potatoes.
I mean, I would even go the sashimi route, which is the fish without the rice. You give me like when I go to a sushi restaurant, I always look for the chirashi bowl, which is usually like a bed of rice and then a ton of sashimi on top.
Yeah,
yellowtail and salmon and tuna and that sort of thing. That's usually my go-to.
Less rice, more.
Less rice, more fish.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That'd be the sign that I'd hoist up above. And,
so right,
no, less rice, more fish.
So rice would be your choice as your he calls it a component, a base component.
Yeah, so
but
this is what I'm eliminating.
No, this is what you can eat as much as you want.
Yeah, rice would be it, because there's a lot of calories in rice, especially white rice. White rice is not great for you.
No, it's terrible for you. If you're like anywhere near having bad blood sugar, do not eat rice. It's like the devil. I will say this though. Rice is a close second, but I think pasta would be my first pick.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, pasta is also really, really not great for you, and I would love it if those calories.
That's a good one. I've been struggling lately because I found that fantastic ramen recipe. I know ramen technically is not pasta. It's still a flour. I mean, it's pasta
It's rice.
adjacent because it's still made with
It's just rice pasta, isn't it? Or rice noodles, isn't it?
Is it? I thought it was still like egg and flour.
Oh, I guess there are egg
Ramen
noodles too. Yeah, I know there are rice noodles, but I don't know where those get used. Maybe I'm
not sure either.
mixing up my dishes here, probably.
Somebody who knows ramen better than I do, but found that Roy Choi recipe for ramen, and ever since then, it's like I probably have that once or twice a week. It's so damn good, and I know it's so bad.
Yeah.
You throw a couple eggs in there, it's protein right there.
Sure.
But,
Sure, nothing wrong with it. Right now, we're in the eggs are good for you stage again. So it's
I like this. I like this, and I need that. Those are. It's a bummer you need to eat 5 eggs to get 30 grams of protein, but still, I'll do it. I'll do it if I had to.
if his rules allowed for a thing you could gorge on and never feel full, though, I think I would say pizzas of all kinds. I love pizza.
Sure. Oh, that's not bad either. Yeah. So
Or steak, like something that I would in great quantities. In moderation is fine, but in great quantities would be bad for me.
your base component is your bread, your dough, your pizza dough.
Yeah, I would go hard on pizzas, man. Oh man, good pizzas too, thin crust. That sounds good right now, and it's freaking morning. What's wrong with me? 9:30 in the morning, and I'm talking about pizza. Jeez.
I know. Monica says ice cream is the right answer, and she's not wrong. Ice cream is a great option there too. We at the Mammoth game, we had a Mammoth game Saturday night. Went there with Crazy Neighbor, which of course meant old fashions and doing a shot at halftime. And
Sure. It's crazy for a reason. Sure.
It's crazy for a reason. But they have an ice cream place there with the unfortunate name Mr. Softy. And but it is incredibly good soft serve ice cream. Like usually the soft serve you get, like Dairy Queen, is not ice cream, it's ice milk, and it's like crystally and not great. Mr. Softy is damn good. It is like the creamiest soft serve, ice creamiest, dense like regular ice cream, not airy like regular soft serve.
I'd love
And
me
it's so
some
damn
soft
good.
serve. Good soft serve is, I'd almost take it over like gelato or something. I love it that much. So good.
And the thing is, they have one stand in Ball Arena, the place that used to be the Pepsi Center, the place where the Mammoth play, and the Avalanche and the Nuggets.
Right.
And the line, you are basically deciding if it's a 4-quarter game, which quarter of the game you'd like to miss in order to get this ice cream. Because it's going to take up most of that quarter. Like we ran out there 5 minutes into the second quarter, and we were there for most of the rest of second quarter. Like we were able to get upstairs before halftime. So you got to give it up because there's a line, and people love the ice cream. And you ask anybody in line, you ask, is it worth it? And they're like, it is so worth it. It's so good.
Why is that name so familiar? Mr. Softy, is it a chain or is it just
I think it's a chain, and I don't know how far.
SOFTEE, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's right.
There it is.
Yes, SOFTEE.
Locations. There's not going to be one here. I just know it. Oh, there's tons, but let's see. Yeah, I don't see any Utah ones. That's too
really?
bad.
Yeah.
All right, it's fine. That's
a lot
all right.
of East Coast, like
East
big
Coast.
in New Jersey. So, Monica, you probably have a ton of Mr. Softies near you. No shame.
Yeah, no shame in that. It says it's funny. Colorado's not listed. It might be
No, because it's just it is the only place in Colorado you can get Mr. Softy ice cream is in Ball Arena if you're there for an event.
Okay. Yeah, there's one in Central Phoenix. Maybe I'll do that when I'm down there.
There you go.
I like once in a while to reward my life with a little ice cream.
Yeah.
Nothing too
Just
crazy,
split it with
but
Kim. Let her take half, you take half, and it's a lot better for you than polishing one entire one off yourself.
true that. Quick note about our MLK Day plans. We are taking the day off like we did last year. There is no show on the 20th of January. We will be honoring.
We're warning you with peace and love.
Peace and
No
love.
show.
That's
on
right.
Martin Luther King Day.
Hey, do you know about he's got a new country album?
His
I heard.
new album. Yeah, I have not listened to it yet because I was hooked on the brand new Franz Ferdinand album, which is so freaking good.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
Well,
it is returned to form. Their last album, and I love their stuff they did with Sparks a few years ago, but this is somebody told me level.
Damn.
It's so good.
Okay. Sign me up to your newsletter. That sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to get Dunaway in here. We're going to play a game. It is Monday, of course, and that means good times to be had. He has to answer his phone, though, so let's
He does. That is a requirement.
I don't make the rules.
He's not in the game either. Jeez. Maybe he thinks today is MLK Day.
It shows he's in. Is he not in?
Now I show he's in. I had to reload.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes it times out or something. I don't know what that is. Whatever, Al-Kebab. Whatever, man. Whatever.
It's fine. It's fine.
You do you. It's fine with us.
Working hard.
Yeah, working hard for the money. Look who it is, Brian Dunaway, all up in it. What's going on, man?
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian. I don't know if I want to be all up in it. Hi, Scott and Brian.
I want you to be all up in it.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
I don't know. That sounds, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. But, you know.
A horse, of course.
Oh, of course.
You know, the horse conversations don't end. Yeah.
Nay.
You say nay. All right. Brian doesn't like horses, for the record. Brian Dunaway.
That's right. He does not. Yes.
We had a big, long conversation.
You guys can't get it right. I don't not like horses.
Yeah.
I don't hate horses. I just have a healthy respect for the size of horses, and horses are jerks.
Yeah.
That's not the same thing as the things you keep saying.
That's true. You don't hate them. You just think they're jerks. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a fine line, guys. Fine line. Well, it's good to have you here. We're going to play a game. Brian knows the rules. He knows the winnings, and he knows who might win these things. So, Brian, explain it. What do we got?
Will do. By the way, yes, thank you, Talia. I did mean take me out, not somebody told me. I did. Killers and Franz Ferdinand, I get mixed up all the time, too. Came out around the same time, had a very similar sound. I've seen one of them in concert, and I won't tell you which one. Welcome to the Morning Half-Ass is a trivia game where I'm actually going to be giving you the answers. I'm going to give Scott and Brian a category and 6 possible answers, 3 of which are correct, and 3 which I'll warn you with peace and love are incorrect. Throw them in the bin. Depending on how confident they feel with the category, they can provide 1, 2, or 3 guesses. But if any of those guesses are wrong, you get 0 points for the round. Get 1 right gets you a point, 2 right gets you 3 points, and 3 right gets you 5 points, just to make things interesting, because 1, 2, and 3 were boring. The player with the most points after 3 rounds wins the prize for their contestant. Contestants who have been pulled from members of the Tadpool that aren't able to be here live. Scott, you're playing for Jason Hurst in Rockland, California, way up north by Sacramento.
Oh, Rockland's nice up there.
Safe, yep. And then, Brian, you're playing for Brandy Russell in Madison, Alabama. Not the Madison, Wisconsin. Madison, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Greenbow, Alabama.
That's right. Bama. All right. Bama.
I've not said Alabama the same since I watched Forrest Gump say it that one time.
From now on, you have to say it as Alabama.
Right.
Alabama has, I learned this the other day, they have are about the same population of Alabama is the same as Ireland.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is such a weird thing to hear. You always think of Ireland as much larger, but really it's just Clare and like a half a dozen other people.
Clare and a study group, basically, is the population of Ireland.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holding it down.
Fair enough. All right, let's get to your questions here. We're going to start off with question number 1.
All right.
The places that have a mountain range called the Alps. Which of these have a mountain range called the Alps? You thought it was just the middle of Europe there. No. 3 of these do. The Moon, the Yukon, South Africa, Bolivia, New Zealand, and Japan. 3 of those also have a mountain range called the Alps.
Okay, so I at first thought you were saying they all touch the Alps, but that's not correct here. This is them calling it the Alps. Okay.
They have their own version of the Alps. They have Temu Alps.
It's just fun to say, I think, is the problem. It's like, we got the Alps.
What's funny is I think of it as a shortening of Alpine, right? Which I think...
That's what I think, too.
Yeah, maybe the root or something, but Alps, Alpine.
All right. I have locked in. Dunaway, take your time. Do what you need to do.
I'm guessing.
Okay. All right. Well, you both locked in with New Zealand. New Zealand does have a mountain range called the Alps.
Okay.
The Alps.
They pronounce it differently than we do. Alps.
Meeting.
And one of you chose the Moon, and the other one of you chose Japan. who's getting points? Well, the
Oh,
answer
somebody's getting
is
points?
Probably neither
You
of us.
both are.
Oh,
Because
Oh, nice. Wow.
it is the moon, New Zealand, and Japan were the
That
three
may be
answers.
the first time we've
Between
done that.
yeah.
Yeah, between the two of you got all three answers correct. You just each got 2 of them. So 3 points for each of you for this first round.
My thinking on the moon was very loose because I wasn't sure, but it seemed like something somebody would do. Like, we found a range. We're gonna call it the Alps because that's funny. That's the only reason I chose it. I had no idea.
The moon and Japan were the 2 that I chose when I played this blind, and because I figured, somebody from NASA is going to be like, let's call that the Alps. Okay.
Yeah, but in Japan it's called Alpsan, just for the record.
Yeah,
Just
which
kidding.
hasn't caused any confusion over at NASA whenever they say, I see an Alp. And they're like, an Alf? An alien life form?
Oh no,
All right.
Alf. Oh my gosh. Does Alf stand for alien life form? Has it always been that with the stupid puppet?
It has always been alien life form. Oh my God. Please tell me that.
I never put that together. I thought it was just like you call him Alf, like Alfred, or short for Alfie or whatever. I didn't know.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Alien life form, baby.
Oh my gosh, dude. I feel like an idiot.
Mind blown.
All right. Woo.
Hey, look. All I got to say is never stop learning. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, big thanks to Bobby. He looked it up, and Alpine comes from the Alps, meaning like the Alps. So, this,
wow.
our ski lodge, the Alpine Ski Lodge, is Alp-like.
Oh.
That's interesting.
I didn't know that was, that makes a lot more sense that you would have multiples then, wouldn't it? Because they're all Alpine-ish.
They're all Alpine-ish.
I call my left nipple Alps. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Alpine-ish.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I call mine Alf. Let's get to question number 2.
Is it because of Terry? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You've heard of guy in a bush. How about flowers in a bush? Which of these flowers grow on a bush? Your choices are amaryllis, larkspur, daphne, hyacinth, azalea, and camellia.
Oh my Lord.
3 of those flowers grow on a bush.
I probably could know this. Let me
Some
see.
roses grow on a bush, but
If
not
I
the typical
think.
ones that you see at the florist that have the long stems. Those are
Right.
vine roses.
Yeah, those are weeds, essentially, right? All right. Let me think. I don't know what the hell that one is. I know what that one is, but is it bush-like? Is it bush-like?
Is it bush-like? Yeah.
I really don't know. I'm gonna choose
Gwen
what's.
Stefani used to grow on a bush.
Oh yeah, she. Well, yes.
Burp, 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 burp.
Are they? They're not together anymore, are they? They're done.
Oh gosh, no, she's with the country dude from The Voice.
I pick 3.
Taylor Cowboy Hat.
Taylor.
It's not Taylor. It's something. Dwight. No, not Dwight. Whatever.
Jeremy Hatman. I have no idea.
Yeah, Jeremy Hatman.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, he's a big
Jeremy Hatman.
deal. All right. These just sound like bush flowers to me. I have no idea. No idea.
You guys have kind of done the same thing where you chose one of them together, and then you chose 2 other ones. Oh no, I take that back. Scott, you chose 3. Brian, you chose 1.
Oh,
yeah, I chose 1. I'm not a fool. I'm not an
Blake
idiot.
Shelton. That's it. Thank you, Mason and Stephanie. Blake Shelton. You both chose azalea. Yeah, azalea grows on a bush. Good job.
Nice.
Scott, you additionally chose camellia. Camellia grows on a bush too.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
2 bushes, 1 stone.
Scott, you picked hyacinth for your third choice.
Almost pick hyacinth.
Please.
Oh, that would have been fun if you guys would have both picked it, because then you guys would have both not gotten points.
Oh, shit.
Hyacinth does not grow on a bush. Daphne grows on a bush.
You're right.
Damn it. She's
I
everyone's
don't even know
favorite.
what a Daphne is.
Daphne's
What the hell is a Daphne?
Well, Daphne is
I
a.
know- I know Scooby-Doo.
No. I mean the flower. It's like
I don't know a Daphne flower.
They're not the one. You know what? I'm thinking of the wrong thing. The ones that almost look like they have faces. What were those called? They had like eyes and a kind of angry face because the coloring.
Teletubbies.
No.
Teletubbies.
When I was a kid, my brother would say those are where evil spirits go when they
Daffodils,
die.
maybe?
Daffodil, maybe. I can't remember what those were. Anyway, well done, Dunaway. You chose one and you chose wisely. Good
You
job.
chose wisely. That's close game though. 4 for Brian, 3 for Scott. Going into question number 3. You guys both know cars. You know, we always get schooled on cars when we do Film Sack, and we see a car in a movie, and Randy tells us what car it is. Well, maybe if it's a Chevrolet, it'll help you with this question. Which of these are models of Chevrolet?
Hilarious.
The EXP, the Celebrity, the Confederate, the Astro, the Cougar, and the Chavola. 3 of these are actual models of Chevrolet. 3 of them are not.
Or not. I like how you said that.
I did too.
Are not.
Beep, boop, beep. All
Beep,
right.
bop, boop.
Scott's going safe here.
Are we going to safe?
Well, you don't know what that means. It could mean I just
Okay.
put a condom
My
on.
browser responding so slowly.
I don't know.
Because one of these cars I've actually owned 2 of these cars. I'm trying to remember because that was definitely not
Really?
one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The Confederate down there in the South. Is that what you did?
Right.
It'll rise
That one
again.
feels
My
like-
car's
that
going to
feels like
rise
bait.
again. Sorry.
That's definitely not it. I'm going to go, those feel wrong, but I'm going to go anyway.
All right.
Okay.
I owned a Ford EXP, so.
Okay, so you knew EXP. Yeah. EXP, correct.
It's
is a
like an
Ford.
Escort. It was
From
like an
1982 to 1988, Ford had the EXP. Ford also had the Cougar from 1998.
Did they have this
to
Cougar?
2002.
I thought the Cougar
that
was its own thing.
I thought
it was-
did too. I
yeah.
thought that was a nut.
Yeah.
I thought that was like Eagle. Remember Eagle? It was like
Right, like it was like its own brand kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now, Brian, you picked 2. Scott picked 1.
Oh. It's going to either be a tie or.
Let's start with Brian.
Yeah.
No, let's start with Scott.
Okay.
Scott, you picked the Astro.
We had an
the
Astro.
Chevy Astro
Yeah.
was
Retro.
Chevy Astro existed from 1985 to 2005. The newest car on this list, the Chevy Astro.
Oh, really?
So you're getting a point for that.
Well, I know what happened. I know
It's
the
not.
rest of the
By the
answer.
way, not
I
a
know what I
great,
answered.
not a great van. I just want to put it out there. It's kind of a bad
Yeah?
van. Yeah.
Really?
Broke down a lot.
That's right. It was the Chevy. It was a van.
Mhm.
I do remember those.
That went to shit all the time. We were always fixing it.
They were so weirdly shaped. They're almost like a wedge, right? Is that the ones I'm thinking of?
Yeah, kind of. They were almost like a
Yes.
square to a point. They were.
Yeah.
It's not a good van. It's a bad van.
Ugly.
Yeah.
Brian, you chose Celebrity and Confederate. Let's start with Celebrity. The Chevy Celebrity was indeed a vehicle from 1982 to 1990. The Chevy Celebrity, which leaves Confederate.
Yeah, well, we've already answered 3. We know what 3 are, so we know what the answer to that is.
Sure.
No, we don't, because I said the Cougar was Ford.
It could
I've
be a
not said anything
Chavola.
about the Chavola. So it's either the Chavola or the Confederate is the third answer.
Chavola sounds like some 1950s bullshit. I'm
That
excited.
sounds like some bait. That's the reason why I steer clear of it.
I know.
Did you double bait me?
I did not double bait you, the Confederate. It is the Confederate. And in 1932, Chevy had the Chevy Confederate just for 1 year, just lasted 1 year.
Gosh dang it.
The Chavola completely made up, but it should have made you think of like, well, they had the
Shinola.
Chevette. Yeah.
Right.
No, I admit I hover tempted on that one. I almost did it.
I'm sure.
I
I
almost
like
did it.
seeing, like I can usually see when you guys click on something and then change your mind, and it always makes me sad when it's the actual answer and you guys choose it.
Yeah, I guess I'm the only one. It's funny because I grew up with a lot of different cars, and Astro's the only. I mean, other than Cougar, but I thought like Brian Cougar's like it was like it's the Cougar XP. It was like an actual Cougar car, like a brand
Cougar car.
or a spinoff
Yeah.
of some other maker. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to post an image. If you've never seen a cool Ford EXP, well, where's the chat at? Oh, here we go.
Has anybody seen a cool Ford EXP? Oh, that is actually
No.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's almost like a K car, like
Yeah.
very angular, boxy.
Yeah,
These are coming back, this style, by the way.
yeah.
Starting to see it in some newer cars. Some electrics are starting
It's
to look
basically
this
it's a
way.
reskinned Escort, but it had a little fancier. It looked a little nicer than the Escort.
Yeah, it is a You're right about that. I like it though. Kind of like it.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Brand new
Well,
or in
Brian-
mint condition, it'd be fun to drive.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you won the prize for Brandy Russell. Brandy's getting a copy of Sunblaze and Monster Prom from Steam, courtesy of Kimbazi. I want to make sure I pronounce that right. I think I said Kimazabi or something like that before. Kimbazi. And then, but don't worry, Jason in Rockland, California, you're not going away empty-handed. You're getting a copy of Wanba Warriors, also in Steam, and also courtesy of Kim.
This image, the image I'm putting up for the chat, and I'm put it in our Discord too. That is the Confederate. It's old.
Oh, is
That's
it really?
Confederate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
God, it looks like it does. It looks like a parade car. Like you're
It does.
Yeah.
you're taking your dictator through a parade, and he's just gonna wave out the window.
Yeah, that car's going to rise again. Well done, Dunaway. You know, you really ripped me a new hole today, 7-4.
I feel pretty lucky. A lot of that was guesswork today, so I feel pretty good. You know what? I feel like the Unforgiven. I feel like
good.
I'm just a lucky. Yeah, I'm
You're a lucky son of a bitch, as they say in the
lucky
Western.
son of a bitch.
Brian, well, who won then? What'd they get?
Oh,
I
I
think that's what you
said
just said.
they get Sunblaze and Monster Prom.
You were too busy looking at.
Oh, was
the
I looking up a car?
Confederate from the Confederate.
They're getting a red on air light called Sunblaze and Monster Prom, and
I don't blame you. That was a
Wonder
sexy car. I think we should get one.
You want a Confederate? Let's do it.
Yeah, I think we should get one.
All right. I'm sure there's nobody will think that's weird in 2024 to get a Confederate.
I'm gonna put got to put a flag on it too, right?
Totally,
And put
totally acceptable. Yes.
No issues there. Well, congratulations to everybody because you all kind of won.
Congratulations.
Except me. But everybody wins something, and the accolades go to Brian Dunaway this week. And also what goes to Brian Dunaway is a fantastic run of Play Retros. We just finished our episode on Sunday. All around
so good.
Afterburner. Afterburner's amazing. Guys should go play it again if you haven't. High octane good times. You're going to feel like Maverick. I almost said Mustang. You'll feel like Maverick. And
I think I had a Maverick too. That was also
I did have a Maverick.
Ford car?
It was. Well, it was. So there was the Ford Comet or the Lincoln. Or no.
Comet. I had the Comet. That's what I had.
Lincoln Comet? I can't remember.
No, it was
Mercury. Mercury Comet.
Mercury.
Right? Which is still Ford. It's like the reskin Ford. Yeah, I had one too, dude, and it was a piece of shit. No wonder we're friends.
Oh, absolutely. It was the worst. It was some that was when my mom was dating the landscaper, and he was trying to win me over. So he gave me his old Comet, gold as could be.
Why does that sound such a stereotype to date the landscaper? I don't know why that's
dude. It was
ringing.
I
love that.
Totally.
It is on Desperate Housewives or Real Housewives of ...
Yeah, whatever
It's
town
convenient.
you want. Well, that's great. This week we'll do it again. And this time we're hanging around in DOS land, aren't we? What are we playing? I forgot already.
Yeah, we're playing XCOM.
Oh, XCOM, that's right.
Oh, wow.
The old hard XCOM, the game that made me think that I had to throw my computer across the room. That game is hard, but fun to revisit. So we're going to be doing that. Check that out this weekend. So the schedule's all up to date. Go check out Play Retro.
Go back and listen to last week's episode of Play Retro since it's already posted because Scott gets a chance to talk a little bit about his dad and arcade business growing up. And so it's a really good story.
And that Afterburner game is unique in that way. So go listen to the story. I think you guys will find it fascinating. That's at Play Retro over at frogpants.com/playretro.
Do it.
Hey, Brian, kiss our butts. All right. He's gone. We have time for one news story, and so we're going to do it right now. Where's my thing? I'm in the wrong tab to do this. Here we go. Why won't it go? Okay. Hey, it's time for the news, and it's brought to you by...
You have until the 31st to enter the TMS 30-Second Film Festival. All the rules and ways to submit are up at frogpants.com/filmfest. Get yours in today, and maybe you can win the grand prize. Oh, we need to release the prizes. We need to announce what those are soon.
Yeah, we'll have that package, and those details will be very soon. You guys should be this week, so watch for that. But sometimes it's just fun to submit, so don't worry about the prizes. Just do your best work.
The fun is the friends you make along the way, coming up with a TMS meme.
That's right.
Or origin story.
That's right. And our judges have been chosen, so that's done. We got a little private group where we're all going to be sharing these videos soon and making our judgments. So sometime in early February, we'll have a winner, but you have until the end of January to submit. Go check it out. That is frogpants.com/filmfest. McDonald's just gave the value menu its biggest shakeup in years, Brian.
Really? What did they do? They put free ferrets in the bag.
Every
bag.
Every bag, a bag of ferrets. Absolutely,
Sweet.
You are correct. That's the story. We'll see you after the break. Just kidding. Here's the story. Last summer, McDonald's brought back their $5 value meal. That plan was to have it very temporarily there. They weren't going to keep it for a long time. But you may have noticed, McDonald's is stupid expensive these days.
It really is, yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me. And I think they lost a bunch of business from it. So they are bringing it back as a permanent thing. They say that for the foreseeable future. they will have it up, and they are now doubling down. The fast food giant has overhauled its menu, keeping the $5 menu, but also adding buy one, add one for $1 options. That's pretty. That's not bad. That's
not bad. So you buy one value menu combo, and then you can add another sandwich on there.
It doesn't even have to be a combo. So you can just buy like an Egg McMuffin and get a sausage biscuit for free.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Single items are fine. According to the current menu, unless they change something.
Yeah.
So you could get chicken nuggets and a double cheeseburger. You could get an Egg McMuffin and a double cheeseburger. That would be weird, but you could do it. Local deals and in-app specials are also included, such as a free medium fry with a $1 purchase every Friday in 2025, and a free McCrispy to any new users of the app. Nice. I don't like the name McCrispy. I don't like it.
McCrispy.
McCrispy. It doesn't roll, does it? McCrispy.
Says right before he shoots.
McCrispy.
McCrispy.
McConkie. McCrispy.
McCrispy.
To promote it, they have enlisted WWE performer and actor John Cena. The deals go in effect today. When it comes
to the actor and former actor needs to come first.
I agree. He's a better
WWE
actor.
Performer.
I agree. Yeah. He still shows up in there all the time, I guess.
God, when is our next season of there? He's going to be one of the only things that James Gunn continues without changing. With his new DC deal. When is the new season of why can't I remember the damn name of his show?
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker, thank you. When is the next season of Peacemaker coming?
I don't know. That seems weird that we waited this long. But maybe it's right around the corner and we just don't know. I don't know. James Gunn, busy guy.
Yeah.
Says this is what they said in a statement. When it comes to value, we know that there's no one size fits all. So here at McDonald's, we've worked closely with our franchisees to create I don't like franchisees. Free one.
Quick, get the title. That's gonna be in the thing. You want the credit for it.
You guys want a free one? You got it.
Yep.
Anyway, create a platform that will let our customers define value on their own terms. That's nonsense PR corporate bullshit. I hate this stuff so much.
Yeah, stop it.
Anyway, I probably will get a deal here and there, though. I'm happy to pay less for crap, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's take a break. When we come back from the break, Steven Shleiker will be here to join us. Haven't talked to him in a couple of weeks, so it'll be good to catch up. He's got a little bit of a follow-up after I was a little rough on the Lego community, mostly on the pricing of Legos, not on the community itself.
Sure, of course. Yeah, you're not going to rip into Lego buyers, just Lego.
No, I already did that, but he'll break down something here. Well,
he has very good points.
Yeah, and I think I agree with some of it. So come back and hear me eat some crow after this break. Before that, though, a song. Brian, what song do we have?
Yeah, let's listen to a song from the only true sad girl in Stockholm, which is what the legendary indie club Heaven Up Here has called our performer for Indie in the Middle. Her name is Rebecca Reinhard, and this isn't that sad. I think it's great. Her debut single Pisces has become nothing short of a global queer anthem. This time she's back with a new single called Give It Up. This is folky, poppy, and it comes out officially this Friday, January 17th, on her forthcoming EP, Strange Week. Here is the song Give It Up from Rebecca Reinhard.
I'm tired of candy, tired of gum, tired of hunger, and food that's no fun.
Because why?
By the way, that clip was Nicole Kidman from season 1 of Lioness, and I just finished that season. It's quite good. Really liked it.
It was good. Wait, the one that went where she went because why?
Yeah.
Because why?
Yeah, that's her yelling at somebody. Yelling at somebody in the team on the boat. You know that final episode where they got to do the big extraction after after the kitchen event? I don't want to give anything away, but
oh my gosh.
she was back on the boat and she was saying something. She was all freezing because she had to swim in that water, and she was like, because, and then Nicole Kidman interrupted her.
Because why?
It's like rude, man. Freaking rude. Plus, you hear the sound and nothing's moving. Her mouth's just holding still.
Because of the wonderful things she does. La 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 la.
I could have done that, I suppose.
That's what I was waiting for.
Hey, Brian, who was that song that we played so that we can give them proper credit?
that song was Give It Up. Oh, so good. Rebecca Reinhardt, check out her entire EP coming out this Friday. It's called Strange Week. Rebecca Reinhardt.
Nice.
The only true sad girl in Stockholm.
Oh. Does she say, get behind me? Oh, different Reinhardt.
Different Reinhardt.
Yeah, Reinhardt, I guess.
Yeah, that's Reinhardt.
Who are we adding here? Steven.
Steven Shleiker.
That's right. We knew who
Lego
this is.
Defender Steven Shleiker.
Yeah, Lego Apologist.
A Lego Apologist.
He's the one.
And now welcome Steven to the show. He's a huge freaking nerd.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Steven, welcome to the program. How are you?
Hello, Scott. Hello, Brian. I'm doing well.
Good. How's Major Spoilers? Is it still just the awesome resource for information that I've always held it to be?
Well, I hope it is.
I think it is.
We've been here for, almost 19 years now, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when you launched it. Okay, you and I had a little off-show little text back and forth because I found an old file of me doing a segment for your old show.
Yeah, Coolness Roundup.
The Coolness Roundup.
Yeah,
the tech show you had for a while. And I did a little game segment. This would have been like ELR days, and it really took me back. But I'd forgotten that was just prior to Major Spoilers launching and being a big flagship thing for you, right?
Yeah.
It was right around then?
Yeah, Coolness Roundup we launched in 2005, right as soon as podcasting took off.
Yeah.
And then Major Spoilers launched in 2006.
Yep. Very next year. Look at you.
Yep.
And then 19 years later, look at us now. Almost 20.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, gonna talk nerd stuff.
That's right. Let's get into this whole thing. So I did a video on YouTube about Legos. Tell me how you responded and why you thought this would be a thing for us to do.
So you're for people that aren't watching, I don't know if you're doing them daily, Scott. It sure seems like it comes into my feed daily.
Yeah, it's about daily now. Yeah, try to do one.
Yeah, he does a little commentary every day for a couple of minutes, and everybody should check it out if you haven't. I think it's only on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's on YouTube, but you can get shorts versions.
Teasers on TikTok.
Yeah. There's little bits in here everywhere, but the main place to get it would be youtube.com/Scott Johnson or frogpants.tv will take you straight there. You can do it there.
There you go.
Yeah.
So it was a week ago or so, you were going off about the exorbitant price of the Legend of Zelda Deku Tree 2-in-1 build that you can get.
Correct.
And you were like, this is $300 for 2,500 pieces. That's like 12 cents a piece. And, oh man, probably for the last 10 years, Scott, here on the morning stream, I've popped on every once in a while, and I talk about Lego, and I talk about the cost per brick, and the average price per brick, like the regular 2x4 or 1x4 or 1x1, is about 10 cents per brick, is the average, right?
Yeah.
And so you may be thinking, okay, well, the Zelda, why is it so much more expensive? Well, I went and looked at a bunch of other themes that are out there. The city theme, surprisingly, is the most expensive theme. On average, those sets sell for 12 cents a piece.
So what are those like? Here's the Empire State Building, that kind of stuff?
No, it's more like you can build your own. Like here's the ice cream shop, and then here's they had one that had a movie theater with a radio station above it, I think. That's the only one that I wanted because it's like, I would turn that into a little podcasting studio and have my little bald Lego sing up there doing above the movie theater.
Sure.
So the classic line is really inexpensive. Those are 6 cents a brick. The Creator 3-in-1, which lets you build 3 different models, is 8 cents a brick. Harry Potter, that theme, only 9 cents a brick. I was very surprised at that. The Marvel Lego sets are 10 cents a brick, Minecraft at 9 cents, and Star Wars at 10 cents. And so the Zelda one comes in at a whopping 12 cents a brick, as you pointed out.
Yeah.
Yes, Brian, I saw you talking about that last week. That's a really cool set.
Oh, it's such a great set. Yeah, now I have a place to stick all my Marvel minifigs on top of
Yeah, there you go. So in your commentary, Scott, you speculated that maybe it's because this is Nintendo. And certainly when you're talking about licensing, there's a lot of money that you have to pay for licensing. Yeah. And for Marvel and Harry Potter and Star Wars, Lego has had that licensing for multiple years. So the price probably has been spread out over, that licensing has been spread out over time. The other thing that you have to keep in mind about this particular set that you're looking at is that it's in the same line as the Lego Flowers sets that you can find, or those cars, the cars that you can build. So it's in that same kind of, I call it a luxury lifestyle line of Lego products.
Is it because they have pieces that are unusual in shape and mold and all that?
That's the other thing. So first of all, it's in that one line. The other thing is this is the only Legend of Zelda or Zelda Lego line item that has been released. So there's not like 50 sets of Lego where you can get all the Links and all the Zeldas and all the, whatevers. So there are, in the 2-in-1 set, there's Princess Zelda, Link, Young Link, and another version of Link.
Okay.
In this line. By themselves, if you wanted to go out and just buy those individual figures up on sites like Bricklink, they are selling for between $35 and $40 each. So that rarity is going to increase. That rarity right there is one of the reasons why that set is $300, is because those are super rare. There's also unique bricks that have not been introduced in other sets yet. And those kinds of things also increase the price of those sets. So when you're saying, oh yeah, the price is just increasing. Yes, over time, Lego prices have been slowly increasing. I was going back and looking at some videos from 10 years ago when I used to do the weekly Lego builds on the Major Spoilers YouTube channel. And a set that would be $80 10 years ago is about $100 today.
Ooh, that's not too bad though. I mean, that's inflation.
Not too bad. Yeah, I mean, it's $20 over 10 years, but still, I haven't bought Lego sets in a while just because a set that I would expect to pay $80 for, they want $150 for. And so it's like, I'm probably not going to do that. Now, there are some, let me tell you maybe a way to maybe put this in a little bit more perspective for you. You can go to the Lego site right now and you can download the manual for the 2-in-1 Zelda set. Okay. That manual tells you all of the bricks that are included in the set, like how many 1-bys, how many of these, how many flower petals, etc. You could go to a site like Bricklink if you wanted to, and you could buy those bricks individually if you wanted to. I don't think you're going to get a cheaper price on that, because once you if you really want the Zelda, the Link figures, then it's going to push you back up above $300 easily for that.
So
when you go when you go to the bricks by to the Lego store, you can actually buy. They have bins there. At least the one by us has a whole wall of bins of every color and shape. Well, it may not every color and shape, but the biggies, the main ones. And I think you just put as many as you want into a box. They weigh it and then charge you. By the pound, I think. I was actually in the process of looking up to see how much it was.
My wife, in a passive aggressive attempt to get me to get rid of all the Lego that I've been collecting since 1974, pointed me to a link that Lego is actually buying back bricks per pound.
Oh, really? Oh,
so
wow.
If you have unbuilt sets, meaning not that they've put together and you're just throwing the whole set in, but if you got them broken down per brick, you can sell them per pound back to Lego.
Oh, interesting. I actually have a plastic bin and very little chance of grandchildren on the horizon. So I wonder if I want to take those and see if I can sell them back to.
Man, you can go into a deep dive, because one of the things that can cause these sets to increase, number one, is the rarity. So Princess Zelda, $37 on average on the Bricklink site. But what happens when that set goes out of manufacture? And Lego will retire sets over time. About every 5 years, a set will retire. Some of them retire less sooner than that, but on average about 5 years. After that, you can only get that set from a secondary market. So Brian, before you just dump your bricks into a box and send them off to Lego, you might want to dig around through there, because you might have some bricks that are worth 50, 60. I saw there's one, I'm pretty sure I have this one in my bins somewhere, $1,500 for a minifigure.
What?
There's a bunch of Indiana Jones stuff in there, because these were ones that we got for Tristan, and then and then when he moved out, he basically just broke everything down and put in this bin instead of keeping the models together. But I should look through there and see what maybe we have in there. Locally, also, we have a store. There's about 4 or 5 locations in Denver. It might even be all over the place, called Bricks and Minifigs.
Yes.
There's one actually looking at right now. South Jordan has them as well, and it is specifically a Lego, a store that sells Lego.
Oh yeah, there it is.
But not
secondary market.
Secondary market. And you can buy pre-built, or the completed builds of things, as well as a ton of minifigs, a ton of unbuilt sets, but like, I put together this Avengers campus model. I don't want any more, but I don't want to take it apart. I'll sell it to this place. They'll buy the completed deal and sell it to somebody else.
Yeah, there's one in Kansas City that does that too. So I think it's called Bricks and Things is what it's called in our location.
Okay.
But yeah, this secondary market is really big for Lego, especially, again, if you can sell them 10 cents a brick, and let's say a pound of Lego is probably, I don't know what they're selling them for or buying them for, but that's probably 100 bricks, 200 bricks. That could easily be, $20-$30 right there. You could make money hand over fist, especially if you've got those rare ones. Now, I don't know if you guys have been to your local toy store recently, but I was in our Walmart, our big box Walmart, and I went down the Lego aisle the other day just to see if there were any bargains, because I still have my eye on that Doctor Strange Spider-Man the Statue of Liberty fight one.
Oh, I thought it was the Sanctum Centaur.
No, I've got that one. I just haven't.
I do too. That's a great one.
But I noticed that the shelves were relatively empty, and this is where there may be a little tinfoil hat conspiracy going on why the price is increasing. I've seen several people in the Lego field say that Lego is not able to keep up with demand, and so what they're doing is they're increasing the price to bring down demand, and then they'll bring the price back down. I'm not sure I believe that, because Lego has a factory in, I want to say, in Virginia, and they're opening like 3 factories by the end of this year in 3 other countries around the world. So I don't know if, the failure to deliver is one of those, but it's an interesting thought when you think about the supply and demand curve for that.
Where do you stand on the cheap alternative bricks that you can get on Amazon and get a whole bucket of these things?
I used to hate them because there was like, what was it? I forget the really crappy, cheap Lego knockoff that they have all over the place that you can still get in like Walmart and those places. I hated those. But here's the thing. A few years ago, Lego lost a patent suit on the Lego brick itself. And so anybody can take that Lego brick and manufacture their own Lego bricks. Now, they can't put the word Lego on it. There has to be, a slight change to it. Oftentimes it comes in color, or the little studs on the top, they'll have little inserts on those to set them apart. The biggest thing is other manufacturers can't make minifigures. But one of the ones that has kind of emerged over the last year is a company called Funhole. Funwhole, Brian.
Okay.
Got it.
Funhole. Okay, all right. Still doesn't make it that much better.
No,
Steven,
it doesn't. And in fact, somebody reached out to the company, I guess, a couple of months ago and said, "Hey, your name is really problematic." And they're like, "Oh, okay. I guess we didn't realize that." They're now in the process of changing their name. So right now, any new sets that you buy from them are simply, the sticker just says FW as opposed to Funhole.
That's better.
Yeah, but if you go and look at the Funhole sets, funhole.com, again, WHOLE.
Yeah.
They have some really well-designed sets. And one of the things that sets the Funhole sets apart, I think, from all the other third-party Lego sets, is their sets come with light-up bricks. Like, it has wiring and batteries and everything. So there is a third-party manufacturer that sells lights that you can put into your Avengers Tower set or into your movie theater set or whatever it is. This one comes with those lights as part of the set. Yeah. And the prices are about, from what I've seen, about $25-$50 less than what a comparable Lego set would be.
The stuff on Amazon that I always see, it's called, what do they call these? They used to call them building bricks or whatever these are. Or there it is, Hoodzuku, whatever it is. Anyway, $24 and $29 for 1,500 bricks. They are all compatible with your existing Lego stuff.
Yeah,
like I'm tempted.
Just like them.
Yeah, I'm tempted to just grab a box of these as a gift to Van and go, here you go.
Oh yeah,
there you go. I mean, yeah, that's a good. Yeah,
and that may be where you get into your bigger rant, Scott, about have adults ruin Lego collecting and building, because so many adults now are buying Lego and they're buying them just to make the sets and not build other things with them. One of the things I want to do is start a real quick series of me diving into my bins and finding, hey, here's a maxi figure from 1974.
Like Uncle Scrooge? Please tell me you're doing like Uncle Scrooge, literally diving into it.
I mean, I could. There is that many. I've got a whole storage. I have a whole storage shed just full of Lego, that I pay money each month to store. But yeah, I've got a big collection going all the way back to 1974. And it's cool to go back and see some of those sets and see how they've evolved and see those different pieces in there.
Yeah.
But the other thing is the prices have gone up, and they probably will continue to go up in the near future. So, Scott, your rant wasn't completely out of place because you're right. The price per brick for the Zelda set is very expensive, and a lot of people are questioning whether they should buy it or not. But the people who are buying it saying it's totally worth it.
Yeah. Plus, one thing I didn't account for in that video that I think about more now is that I'm thinking about a game that I played when the Deku Tree was part of Ocarina of Time. That's a video game from 1998. Guess what? Tons of kids who played that game are now adults spending adult money on things they remember as it's the same thing. Because I don't balk as much as like, oh, that's an expensive Millennium Falcon, but probably worth it. Well, that's how they feel about their 1998 thing. I was busy birthing Carter, but the truth was there were little kids playing that game, and they're the ones that were spending the money.
Tim would have something to say.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I had a little bit to do with it, but not as much as you'd think.
Yeah.
One quick note here. I was going to mention that funhole with a HOLE.com is available for a small paltry price of $543 if you'd like to buy that domain.
Oh, get your own fun hole.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather get half of a giant Lego Millennium Falcon set or get maybe 2 of these Zelda sets for that price.
Yeah, it's a fair point. And the other thing I was going to say was the chat room had mentioned it. One of the things that's very expensive, I guess, is Lincoln Logs have now gone to some extremes. Yeah, they're pretty expensive, although lots of knockoffs of that too. So I don't know. Things that were our kids' toys are now adults' nostalgia buys, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And that's fine. It's fine.
No, that's fine. You can. Yeah. I mean, nostalgia sells.
It does.
Why does your retro game show do so well?
Right. Same thing. People love the nostalgia. Exactly. That's why we started the damn thing. We're nostalgic for it too. So yeah, it's all part of that. That's a huge part of business these days. Well done, the 80s, because you really seem to know that the future would want to harken back to your bullshit. So good job, the 80s. And then,
One quick thing, by the way, before we get too far away from Lego, there's an app, and I think you were the one who told me about this, Stephen, but you can get an app that where you splay all of your Lego out on a table or something.
Oh, cool. No, I don't know about this.
And then you take a picture, and it will analyze and figure out all the blocks that you have and tell you the things you can make with those blocks.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that. I thought you said it was going to scan it and tell you how much you could get for that. So.
Oh, no, that'd be great too. But there was the AI Lego scanner or something. I can't remember what it was called. Builder-Ran, that's right. That's where you heard about it.
Oh, right. I couldn't remember either. I thought it was Steven also.
I thought it was Steven, yeah.
Well, that's cool. Steven, as always, this is a riveting convo, but if you want more great stuff from Major Spoilers, go to majorspoilers.com. Is there anything happening right now that you'd like people to tune in for?
Now everybody is back in the office from their timeout, so look for a lot of new comic news coming out in the next couple of weeks as we start to build to big events, because there are a lot of big comic events coming up in the months to come, and we'll talk about those right here on the show when those happen.
Nice. Well, should I do anything in the meantime? Is it's dry weather? It's cold, but
don't have one of those itchy heaters, but do make sure that you stay hydrated.
Fantastic. Sure will. All right. See you next time. Brian, you over there drinking? Good. Someone needs to. Jeez Louises. Well, that was quite the the downing you did there.
I got to do 2 liters a day now. So, yeah.
Oh, I just got a text from my doctor. Let's see what it says. Hello, Scott. This is Emily with the clinic. Have you had a chance to schedule your colonoscopy since we last spoke? Oh boy.
Yeah.
I got a guy up there right now. Yeah, we'll see.
I have a little minifig checking it all out. A little Dr. Minifig.
Dr. Minifig. Please pick up a white paging phone. A couple of quick things. We have, like I mentioned, our Film Fest ongoing. We talked about it mid-show as well. It is happening. We got our judges, prize package coming together. Go check out the rules and the submission details at frogpants.com/filmfest. It is your chance to submit a 30-second or less film about how memes for TMS are made or what their origin stories are, fake or real.
Origin stories for TMS memes.
Yeah, anything you want. Be as creative as you want. I haven't even looked at the submissions yet. I just know we've gotten them. I want to wait till they're all here.
Maybe somebody's got a goose. They squeeze the goose. It hunks. It's named Mendoza.
Mm-hmm.
It hunks, and then somebody goes, yeah. There you go. There's a freebie.
Yeah.
You don't know. If you don't have an idea, you can have that one for free.
And we promise that we'll judge it without
fairly
fairly as possible.
Like I didn't come up with the idea.
Yeah. Well, it'll be like that guy. There's the real guy. All right, that is it for today's show. Reminder today, Monday's show with Carter and I is at noon today, so do tune in for that. I got some fun stuff there. And plenty more coming your way this week. Of course, the TMS tomorrow as well. Brian, anything else you got going before we take our leave?
Oh, just wish me luck. Got a dentist appointment at 2, regular cleaning, but those are never fun.
Never fun. Yeah, but you got a lady you like now, though, right? Somebody who trusts.
Yeah, and she doesn't talk to me. She lets me just put my AirPods in, listen to Fly on the Wall or 500 by Midnight, and I'm going to do 500 by Midnight because I got to prepare. I got to figure out some stuff for Vegas, baby.
Yeah, heck yeah. No, that's great. I'm sure it'll go fine, but if not, you'll have stories for tomorrow, so it'll be great.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully she doesn't get the hiccups while she's using the sonic screwdriver in my face.
Yeah, gotta watch out for that. Frogpants.com/TMS for all your needs, everybody. Let's get out of here with a song that you brought.
Okay, this is a double request because one person requested, and then unbeknownst to them, their girlfriend doubled on the request. So there's a little bit to read here. Hi, Sycamore and Birch. It's another year, and I'm once again requesting a cover of a Queen song. Last year, I added my girlfriend in my request since her birthday is 3 days before mine. We're both adding another year to our 40s, which last year led the cutoff of which happy birthday clip is used. I wanted to wish my Monica a happy birthday and let her know I miss her face. Thanks for all the hard work you both do for us, and we're thrilled to be part of the greatest community there is. Love the show, though. Luke, also known as a whatnot.
The only one I have anymore is this one for all ages.
Happy birthday to you.
No more age discrimination, old lady.
Happy Thursday to you.
That's right. Damn it. So take that.
Monica separately wrote in, said, so this is a birthday request hijacking. My boyfriend introduced me to your podcast on one of our first dates almost 3 years ago, and I've been a listener ever since. Our birthdays are only 3 days apart, and he has sent a birthday song request for me the last 2 years. Side note, last year on my 40th, you decided that 40 and older warranted the old lady, and I do not approve. Well, hopefully you're happy about the new sound you get. This year I'd like to turn his song back around and send it to him because he deserves some musical birthday love too. Happy birthday, Luke. Happy birthday to us. I hope this form gets to the right place, blah, blah, blah. Cool. All right. Well, Monica and Luke, you guys are the sweetest couple ever, doing little cross birthday requests. So sweet. So this one, don't stop doing that. And because Luke wanted a cover of a Queen song, I'll play off the Don't Stop thing. Don't Stop Me Now. Here's a version that came out in 2023 by a favorite here, the band called First to 11, from their 17th volume, their 17th album of covers. Love it. Here's First to 11 and Don't Stop Me Now.
Those pants are made for frogging, if you know what I mean. I actually don't. Frogpants.com.